In the meantime, Vladimir Putin himself thinks we are heading for a very big problem, thinks we are heading for a world war-like conditions, believes that the time period we're in right now reflects very similar time period to that of World War II. And we really should take a look at what he has to say, especially being that Russia's been a big part of every one of those conflicts. Just listen to this. Vladimir Putin warns of the end of our civilization at Davos. You know Davos, Great Reset, billionaires, all that crazy fun stuff. Very Dr. Evil-esque. Let's read. This is from Ben Weldon, January 28th, 2021. Russian President Vladimir Putin gave an ominous speech to the World Economic Forum on Wednesday, warning the Chinese coronavirus pandemic and the rising income inequality threatened to thrust the world into all-out conflict, all right? All against all conflict. This was in the Sydney Morning Herald. All right, folks. The country has also struggled. The Russian leader made his first speech to the forum in 12 years as he faces widespread international scrutiny over the alleged assassination attempt and subsequent imprisonment of his main political rival, Alexei Navalny. We saw that a couple months back when he had been poisoned. Folks, the country has also struggled to contain the Chinese coronavirus pandemic. All right, and has suffered one of the worst outbreaks in the world. In December, Russia announced that it had documented 186,000, more than 3 times. All right, this is 186,000 deaths. All right, folks, more than 3 times its previous reported figures. At that time, the country had recorded 3.1 million cases, giving it the 4th largest count worldwide. The government has also taken harsh criticism for its handling of the outbreak, including the harsh lockdowns, which have impacted and impeded normal business operations. Now, Putin drew several comparisons between current conditions in the world and those of the 1930s, which precipitated World War II, and cautioned world leaders to avoid any comparable escalations. I kind of agree with Vladimir Putin here. Things are pretty hot and hectic out in the world theater. Quote, nowadays, such a heated conflict is not possible. At least I hope it's not possible in principle, because it would mean the end of our civilization, folks. There is a possibility we may experience a natural collapse in global development that might result in a fight of all against all. That was the worst Russian impression I've ever done. First. Second, Vladimir Putin, sir, if you ever hear me make that impression, please don't have me murdered. It was a joke. I know you don't sound like that. Now that I've hopefully saved my skin, let's get back to this, folks. Russia currently faces harsh opposition from European and American leaders over its alleged targeting of Navalny, and it's dealing with large-scale domestic protests over his subsequent imprisonment. The Russian dissident became ill during a flight from Siberia to Moscow in August of last year and fell into a coma, which prompted his relocation to Germany for treatment, though the Russian doctors treating him voiced their objections. Navalny has since recovered. German doctors declared there was unequivocal proof that his mysterious illness was the result of exposure to Novichok, a Russian nerve agent notorious for being used in political assassinations. Novichok. It's a Russian nerve agent, all right? This is some James Bond crap. Navalny himself has personally accused Putin of ordering his assassination, which Putin adamantly denies, saying in December that had he ordered Navalny's death, his agents would have finished it. That's some cold stuff, man. Jeez. Holy crap. Let's get back. Oopsie. That's some real dark stuff, man. That he would have just finished it. Jeez. The Kremlin has strongly resisted calls for, I'm sorry, I feel like Putin is just a scary guy. Like, really, think about it. He's like a KGB dude. But then again, I don't know if it's in his best interest for communist China to win and for the world to become this socialist hellhole. I know that the government in Russia is different. I know they're a different form of socialism, communism, whatever you want to call it. All right. I've had a long day. I'm not going to get too detailed with that. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't put Putin in control. It would put China in control. It would put Xi Jinping in control. So I don't know if Putin really wants that. You're going to have to let me know what you think in the comments below. You really are, because I just wonder. I wonder that all the time. The Kremlin, all right, has strongly resisted calls for an international investigation into Navalny's sudden illness, though it has at times made inconsistent pronouncements regarding its own investigation into the matter. Russian investigations, however, appear to focus more on Navalny and his actions rather than those of his alleged poisoners. Despite international pressure, Putin did extend an overture, all right, to the Western powers, expressing a desire for improved relations with them. Putin added the caveat that any such de-escalation would need mutual action to be successful, and we are ready for this. We would like to get this, and we'll do our best to achieve it. But it should not be a unilateral approach. It should be a common approach. So he's saying that the West and Russia should be able to keep de-escalating, keep building relations with each other. He's ready for Russia to move forward. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled. I think it's important that you guys know what's happening and what people think and what other powers in the world are talking about, especially out of the Great Reset Festival that is Davos. All right. You should. I know it's frustrating to hear, but you should know what the hell they're doing, because education, being informed, knowledge, that's the real power. That's how we push back, folks. That's how we push back. All right. Head to the website, www.americanreveille.com. Do me this favor. All right. Hit it up. Hit it up, hit it up, hit it up. If you loved this podcast, if you like what we're doing and you feel like supporting us, hit the support us tab. We take Bitcoin. You can go on PayPal. We take any amount of donation. We appreciate it greatly. Guys, it really helps. It goes a huge way while we're fighting off this censorship. We have some new articles tracing the real pandemic. It's fantastic. And also, Andrew Penn put out Joe Biden's America Last Agenda, a great one as well. I have another article coming out tonight too. Folks, sign up for the mailing list. Please, please, please. You don't want to lose touch with what we are doing across this country. And please contact us. If you have any feedback, if there's anything you'd like to ask me, if there's any way you believe you can contribute with any of your skill sets, or if you'd like to start building up an American Reveille street team in your neighborhood, please let me know. JAMESLANE at AmericanReveille.com, JAMESLANE at AmericanReveille.com, or you can hit the contact button or go to AmericanReveille.com and then hit the contact button. Folks, we're still on YouTube, so if that's where you're watching us, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, share, but they are shadow banning us. That's why you'll notice that we were getting thousands of views and now all of a sudden we're barely getting any. That's called shadow banned, all right? So we're moving a lot of our stuff to Odyssey. This is a great platform, ODYSEE.com, all right? Most of my videos are up there. Most of them are up there, and I like them. I think they're a great platform. They're easy to use. It feels like YouTube, so it could be our version of YouTube. Try it out, ODYSEE.com. I'm there as American_Reveille. Of course, the links will be in the description below, and of course, I'm on Rumble, guys. I am on Rumble as well. Head over to rumble.com, find me American_Reveille. I'm in the comment section below, or I'm in the description section. You can find the link there. Head over here, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I need all the support I can get. We are having a very big hit to our distribution. People are not seeing what we're putting out because they killed Parler. And like I told you in the podcast episode, we don't even know if Parler is coming back. So we got to start from scratch. So I need your help, folks. Please help. All right. We can do this together. We really, really can. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, guys, 5-star rating, leave a review, please. Please, please, please. That's a big deal. Subscribe there. Follow me there. Share, share, share. If you are an audio listener, I am on most platforms. American Reveille Podcast on most platforms, folks. If you're a listener and you know people who like AM radio and different things like that, tell them about the American Reveille. Please, I need your help, and I'm depending on you to really spread the word. All right, we're doing everything we can. You know that I barely sleep and eat. I'm putting it out. I'm putting the hours in, folks, for you, for me, for everybody, folks. So I appreciate it. I thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and I will see you in the next segment. Bye.